Hello everyone, this is Shadow Dragon on the DC Universe Online test server, and we're going to be taking a look at episode 40, Flashpoint. So starting out, I wanted to show you the location of the teleporter at the watchtower. It's a little bit off from the others, because like the others are lined up along the monitor room on the bottom level. But there's no more space, so they had to move Flashpoint to the opposite side. On the east side of the monitor room. So going into Flashpoint Gotham. This is not actually a first reaction video because I actually ran through some of this stuff already. But what we're going to do is talk to, or maybe they reset it. Now actually I didn't pick up like all of the missions probably last time, but we'll take a look at the menu.
Well done.
There's no pointer mission, so the launch day will be exactly the same as any other non-reset day.
Take out the war-crazed Amazon Furies and Atlantean enforcers.
So when you start out here, it looks like you're inside because you see like this big wall, but that's actually the outside of Iceberg Lounge, and we're kind of on the deck. So there's the portal to the watchtower. This goes to street level, but how you're actually outside already. So this is like, it's like the BOP building, Birds of Prey building, where you're on the top of the building, and then there's a teleporter that brings you down. Okay, so looking at all of the quests that I have here, we did pass a Thursday, so I should have all of them. So this is the story mode, the story order of the on-duty missions that you're going to be running. Speak with Flashpoint Cyborg. I didn't see him in there. Oh, okay. Yeah, last time I logged on, he wasn't over there, so
we got a lot
he's a bit separated out. He is the one that gives you the free marks. Alright, so what else do we have? Got unselected, of course, because I completed it. Okay, so you've got... There should be 3 dailies, I think. So you got Prison Breakup. No, there should be 4. I think there should be 4. I think what happened was I should... Okay, I didn't turn in the mission before, so let me go ahead and reset that. Anything else? Okay, I missed that one. Quest givers are a little bit more spread out in here compared to recent episodes. Okay, so here we go. That's a daily. You can tell by looking at the counters. It's a 25, a 20, another daily for 20. 24 is another daily, and so there's 4 dailies. It's like the last 2 episodes where there are a variety of objectives within the dailies, rather than the old format where there would be 3 random ones for each. So you could hit any of these 4 areas. Then there are 2 weeklies. There's a 100 kill counter here. We'll take a look at a little bit of that, because there are some tips that go along with that 100 and how to do it quickly. And then there is a Doomsday Bounty, which is a regular world boss. That meaning he's similar to like the Brian Hulk or the robot, where he is pretty powerful. You will need a lot of people, but it does not scale to like a Wonderverse or a Legion boss, where it would kind of scale from whatever the minimum is, probably like an 8, all the way up to a full phase, which is around 40, 50-ish. So it's not like that. We don't have the bounty spam here. There's only 1 currency, so a little bit more of a standard episode. It wouldn't be good to have 3 of those in a row. I already think it's bad to have 2 in a row. All right, let's look at the map. So that's the first quest. second quest, you see that they're each in different quadrants. So there is not going to be an overlap as you have in Legion. Legion was like super efficient because you had like 3 quests around, and then like the magic one overlapped all 3 of them. So this is going to be, it's about as fast as Wonderverse without the bounty spam. So yeah, it doesn't really matter which one we do first because it's not going to save any time. But we have to see if any of these are worth more points. So here we're doing 25. We've got some kind of large target, a helicopter to either destroy or interact with. So that's a 1-pointer. And a helicopter is only 1 point. And of course, without a real population, we don't know how the credit sharing will work. And we also don't know if there's any griefing or ganking. So each of those is 1 point. The interaction is also 1 point. Okay, so not quite as efficient as the last 2 DLCs, where there were different point systems for various objectives within the daily. Seems like everything here is 1. Okay, this looks like something different. So if this is the case, this should take a little bit longer than Wonderverse, because Wonderverse did have like several multi-point nodes, and some of them were pretty easy to clear too. Okay, what's going on here?
Just following orders.
Yep, even the turret is 1 point. If you had experience like doing the Wonderverse, each zone sort of had like an 8-pointer, especially Flashpoint, because Flashpoint had an 8-pointer that was actually fast to clear. If you just took out like the Aquamancer and his 2 ads before he summons the Elemental, that's an easy 8 points. So if you just did like, if you did 4 of those, if 4 of those happened to spawn, you'd be done with the Flashpoint area like in probably like a minute or 2. Okay, so I either want to go clockwise or counterclockwise. Okay, that looks good. Something different about this one is the kill counter is back, the weekly kill counter is back. And as you can see, the only number that incremented so far was the daily, because the weekly kill counter does not overlap any of the dailies. So it's a completely separate mission. And we will look at that at the end.
Help! Let me help you sing!
This one here might be a little bit tight. Like, you see that timer there? I mean, if you came in like with less skill points, or your character was a little bit lower, that one might be a little bit tough to clear, because something which I'm kind of against is like on the test server, like our skill points are really jacked up. So basically, this is what everyone is testing with, like a 467. Some people even farmed skill points here, so they have more than what's actually possible on live. Like there'll probably be people here walking around with like 700 plus skill points, and that's just not available on live. Because like on here they award you skill points, but if you go ahead and farm different things, you can actually get higher than what's on the live server. So that's not really a good experiment as in preparation for live, because as we test here, things will end up, they should end up harder on the live server, because I don't imagine the average player on live is 400 plus. They're probably more in like the 1 or 200s. So yeah, here's the one I'm talking about. A duplicate. You see that rocket, that timer at the rocket? That could easily run out. Another issue on the test server, you see in chat, that person is calling out for doomsday spam. Like, why are you farming that on the test server? I mean, it does make sense to repeatedly test that bounty, but if you're spamming for the feats, that pretty much means that your test server account is your real account. And that shouldn't be the case, because the devs have reserved the right to just blow away these accounts if they ever want to clear it. And they have, too. This is not the version of the character that I originally had on test, like years ago. They blew away those accounts during the stats revamp a few years ago, so we had to redo the characters from scratch. Originally, I thought they were going to be swapping the original accounts back in, but they just kept the test server, the revamp stuff. But yeah, that's just an example. If there's something major, they could just wipe these accounts. So like if you're farming this server as your actual account, be prepared to lose your characters. Alright, so let's see, we want to get the northwest one. Nope, we did that one already. Yep, that's the one. So that second daily did seem to go faster because there were nodes that had a high concentration of ads. They were all still 1 point though.
I have family in what used to be England. I have to find them.
Only fools position themselves against Queen Diana.
I joined the resistance for my family in England.
This one is probably some kind of feat, like putting posters up, because that, I don't think that incremented the counter.
If we can stop the war overseas, maybe it won't come to Gotham.
Alright, here's one of the posters. So we're at 16. And, oh, okay, that does count as part of the daily. So I bet that's a daily and a feat. A little bit of a lag spike there.
If we can stop the war overseas, maybe it won't come to
The
Gotham.
resistance can sink with Atlantis.
Okay. And now we want the southwest one. Oh wait, I think I got mixed up. Okay, so this is the one we missed. Recapture escaped prisoners. For a Gotham City map, this is not actually too bad as you're going from zone to zone. It's not it's not as much of a time waster as Metal Gotham was, or Earth 3. Those had a lot of space between quests. So this should be faster than that.
This town is wild. I've never had so much fun. Come on, let me go. Hate this place. I didn't do nothing. I was wrong.
So over here you at least get a point for the kill and then a point for the interaction. Yeah, so it looks like some of these dailies are going to be faster than others just because of number of objectives.
I can't go back. Oh, no.
Alright, so dailies are done. Let's go ahead and select. Okay, so now we're going to take a look at the weekly. It's all the way south. It's away from all of the others, all of the daily quests. So you do have to do this one separately. But I do want to point out one thing. I'm not actually going to run this, of course, because it's 100. So you've got the ads as usual. And then you see this highlighted square within the area. That's a captain.
Okay.
Like these are going to randomly spawn, and they're worth 50. So if you're in a group, you can like take out one of those guys.
No more.
When I last checked, you could actually solo those in tank stance. Right now, there's a bunch of people on. So I'm trying to see if this one, like, is this gonna be? This guy's fighting that one. Is there only one location that has it? There's only one captain up at a time. Sometimes in that box there's two though. Because I have seen like Manta and Huntress at the same time. Alright, so out here is just all ads. And let me spar this guy for a bit.
I thought you were supposed to be a challenge.
I would say the last time I tested this this boss, I think it's probably scaled to a 4 person. It says 8 though because I think all the kill counters they have like the 8 icon. But I just want to get this to a point where
Supposed to be a challenge.
where like I use a soda or supercharge and then have it cool down. I'm not really built that properly on the test server because yeah, I don't have like all the artifacts that I have on live.
You can't put me down.
Because like for a boss like this, I shouldn't be using lasso. You only use lasso if you have a lot of ads. And you also need teammates to have a lasso, otherwise you're not really getting healed.
Okay, tough guy. No more. It'll heal. You can't put me down.
Okay, so it looks like there's 4 people here now. So you won't really get to see that my solo calculation, but it actually is. Like I was able to hold off both Manta and Huntress at the same time. Basically, the way I calculate is like if I'm fighting a boss, I use a supercharge and or soda, and if I'm able to stay up as one or both of those things cool down, it basically means I would win over time. So this is not like one of those scaling bosses again. This is he is doable solo. Although if you're solo, the 50 points is not worth doing over that amount of time. You probably kill the ads, probably kill 100 ads faster than you can kill that guy solo. Wait a second, why did that was 100 already? Did they give me 100 points for that? I thought it was 50 last time, but they could have changed that. But yeah, anyway, those are the dailies plus the weekly. And let's go ahead and turn these missions in.
Thanks. I don't think they'll ever work out their differences.
What a sterling performance! Bravo!
Thanks for fighting for the people.
You get things done. I like that.
Okay, I think that was the 4 dailies.
Thanks. You know, whether Batman admits it or not, he's lucky to have someone like you watching his back.
Oh, this is one of the new features, switch phase. So now you are going to see all available phases, and you get their population. Things I'm curious about when this hits live, like obviously you're going to see more. You're going to see more than just one. So we know that the soft cap is 40. We should get a view at the hard cap as well. So we won't see that until it goes live. When they stream this, the devs demonstrated that you can switch to a PvP phase as well. That I'm actually surprised about, because you can't currently do that without going to the Watchtower or Hall of Doom. So I thought that was a technical hurdle, but yeah, if they're able to do it off a menu, that's great. So even at will, like if there's a really populated phase that's like ganking you on the dailies, you can like go to PvP where it's usually emptier, pick those up, and then immediately switch back without having to teleport back and forth. Alright, so what we're looking at here is the boxes now stack. So what you could do is you could save these up and open them all at once. It looks like, oh wait, no, that's an old drop, so we won't get that mixed in. So you have the large loot caches from the weekly and then the small ones from the daily. Let me see, did I grab the augments? Because I do want to show you the descriptions there. This is worthy of note. So if we look at these augments, you see later on when you level them up, there's a bonus called Hot Streak. For one augment, you get +1 Wayne Casino chip from large loot caches. And then you get a +1 from the on-duty missions. So what you want to do is, so it says only the large loot caches, so you can go ahead and open the dailies, but with these large loot caches, what you want to do is stack these up and never open them until you get both of these augments up to whatever level that is. It looks like probably past the midpoint of it. And then you might actually get a bonus as well when they do the bonus weekend. So I would even save it up until both of those things become active. Because that's a lot of free chips if you figure you're playing the weeklies a lot. Maybe even resetting them. I mean, if a double bonus is active plus both augments, I mean, depending on how they program it, that could be a lot of coins. So definitely goes along with the stacking strategy. But anyway, I'll cut this video off here, and maybe we'll do another round of dailies next time if it's not too repetitive. We do have to do the Doomsday Bounty also, and if I can get some league mates on, let's take a look at the missions actually. There's a duo, so regular duo, elite duo, same with the alerts, regular and elite, and then there are 2 raids, also regular and elite. Okay, that is it from here. Stay tuned for more on episode 40 Flashpoint, and thanks for watching.